All right. Second game, we're bringing out a couple of, at this point, classic civs. We haven't seen them in a little while. Here we go. Ozzglaux in the bottom, on slightly to the right. Lithuanians in blue. And on the top, Allouition Byzantines in, of course, the orange. We're here on Amazon Tunnel. We've got some actual choke points on Amazon Tunnel for once because the square in the middle is just corners, top and bottom.
Yeah. So really big, and then again, there's a really big section in the middle with some resources that are going to be there. So I think establishing some kind of, my initial thought is establishing some kind of foothold there will benefit one of these players. So I think.
Yep, we've seen in most Amazon Tunnel games, one player at least try to go across and wall the enemy out of the middle.
Yeah.
This map gen might just be more reasonable to just wall your choke point here as a start. Just to defend the back of the base.
But again, they've got some pretty good resources to work with in their own respective areas. You know, lots of stone, lots of gold, lots of food, lots of wood there as well. So they're not going to be hurting in the early game for resources. But as it gets to the late game, and they're going to need to consider expanding out.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think Relic Victory is a thing, but I don't know how it works. I think we should have seen at least a countdown in the last Amazon Tunnel game, but I don't know if they had turned on or whatnot. So
looking at the middle now, there's only gold and stone field out there.
Usually, yeah, you get 1 gold, 1 stone. So
not too much, but a lot of relics that can again be beneficial to the players in the long run if it goes to the late game if they're hurting for gold.
Yeah.
But again, both these players right now are just starting off with a pretty standard build order, nothing too fancy.
3 boars, don't know if I mentioned that yet. Seems like a pretty typical Amazon Tunnel situation.
Looks like Oz is going to start to do some exploring, sending his units in the middle.
Yep, that scout is moving up. Just going to scout out and see, because you never know with Amazon Tunnel just how defensible any position is going to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a little bit of wood in the middle in between, so you got to do double. Sometimes you don't even see it. So
again,
pulling that boar from Allouition, good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. Should be able to get it in his town center. Nice, good. That was a really good pull.
that boar pull did cost some TC idle time. He was busy microing, and it's kind of hard when you're balancing the amount of food at this stage in a fast build order to keep those villagers producing constantly. So he's a little bit behind Oz as far as that goes. But other than that, yeah, villager distribution is looking pretty even. Oz pulling a villager off of the food to build a mill, which is going to be great for these 2 boars.
We're not even knocked. We're not even told. I killed him for you.
Be playing Titanfall or what?
Apex, I think.
Okay.
So if it gets too loud, please let me know. I'll just back off. I'll back off for a little bit. So you can
it's fine. It's fine.
chat.
We love it. We love a little bit of our guy in the background. Second board, just going under the TC for now. That makes the most sense, I think. Yeah. And we once again have that house mill combo. Players love to do that. Allouition still moving up a little bit, not quite to the corner.
So he's not a lot of vision yet. Oz is just leaving his scout there, so I don't know. He doesn't have full vision of the town center just yet.
Yeah, both players, I think, just focusing on the early economy stages.
Yeah,
not really thinking about strategic scouting yet.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Again, Oz doing a good job of just getting these resources up and running.
Moving to gold already means fast castle, which is definitely the Lithuanians' MO.
Oz taking advantage of that, the pro strat of leaving 1 space between the gold camp and the gold, the mining camp and the gold.
There it is.
What is the advantage of that? I am actually curious. You mentioned that.
Yeah,
and I
it's
what is
I mean, at this point in the game, it doesn't really matter because you just have one villager. But once you get more than like 4 villagers on a resource, you're going to be having to move. Like, say this was one further up. If you have more than 2 people mining this one, they're going to be like having to path around and go to a further gold spot. So it saves like a split second for every like trip back and forth. At this point, if you're only doing one on, it doesn't really do much. In fact, it's probably slightly worse overall.
But when it gets to the late game, it's gonna that timing to getting the gold is gonna be super important.
Yeah, because one of the main things that, you know, when you get to the high enough level that you want to optimize with your economy is keeping villagers from bumping into each other, because they can very often just, you know, get stuck or have to, like, they're chopping this tree on accident instead and walking all the way around. So crowd control here is really what this is all about. And the quick garrison kills the scout from Allouition.
All right.
At least he knows where the enemy is now.
Yep.
Now Oz is gonna move up and find
Yeah,
out. where he
Oz
is.
should be able to see it. Yep, there he goes. He's gonna get vision now.
Oz is actually.
Question is Allouition going to respond? He is going to respond. He's garrisoned some villagers.
Looks like the scout gets away. Yeah.
Yeah, as
least
long
for
as he
now.
doesn't.
Now going for a little
Gonna
bit
go
of
for
a
some poke.
for a little bit of a poke here.
Do the villagers have? Do Allouition's villagers have loom?
Yes, they do have
Okay,
loom,
they-
and he did the right thing with just pulling villagers to attack the scout there. The
Yeah.
scout is pretty squishy.
So again, just going with a little bit of poke, getting some vision around, figuring out where Allouition is.
Yeah,
Again, he's doing a
Allouition
good
now
job.
halfway to deal.
Looks like. Is he going for a poke again?
No, he's just
I thought he
keeping
was.
eyes on. He sees the barracks under construction.
Yeah. So he is gonna. Yeah. So he is gonna know that there's some enemy units gonna be coming out now.
I know at least Oz is going for a castle build order. I'm not sure what the Byzantines' play here is. I know they're strong late game. Might be a bit of more of a castle age situation with this many on gold already as well. That is a lot of farms to drop when you are still taking a boar. I don't know if he... No, he definitely had scouted that before. Not sure what that's for. But there we go. This scout is going to get trapped. You got to be careful. It might be worth it, though. One villager pick.
One villager
Wow.
down.
Yeah.
It's not bad. That's
Yeah.
doable.
I think that's worth...
As an
make another scout now.
one thing to mention, Tyler, is not game related, but
Yeah.
this is the second game, correct?
This is game 2, and...
I was gonna say, yeah. Okay, thank you. I was gonna say, let's be sure we get that updated.
I always forget those. And every time I stream anything, I always forget to update that.
No worries.
Horse collar now for orange, and man at arms for Oz. That's an interesting choice for the Lithuanians to go into man at arms. I guess it's not expected, so maybe he thinks it's going to be an element of surprise. Allouition already making, 2 spearmen. This is probably just a really good read from Oz. It's a lot to have in queue, though. I'm surprised that there are no walls for either player or no like choke point blocks.
Yeah. Allouition sending some units over. He might start doing some poke here to, or at least try to get some vision down.
Yeah, those
Um,
spearmen,
you-
but Oz is going to have the defense that he needs.
Oz is sending some units up right now. He might be thinking about getting a wall into that choke point. He is going to encounter these units though, so there is going to
Yeah.
be a little bit of a skirmish.
A little bit of
Yep.
action here. See how the... Okay, he just turns on it. That's also a good move. Good read.
Yeah, he might. I think he's going to get. Yeah, he's going to
Only
get him.
2 spears, not enough to take out Lundvilles. With
Really well
plus
played.
3
Really well played.
attack there too.
Yeah, really well played by Oz to not panic, to turn on that, and he gets a kill.
Now, I think he's maybe going to try this wall, because I just tabbed out to check. The
No,
Lithuanians...
our
Okay,
tower
it's going to be
going
a
up.
tower. That's smart. Take it slow. Lithuanians get +1 attack on their cavalry units for every relic that they have garrisoned in
Is he
a
gonna-
monastery. So this is getting a little dicey now with the archer here. The Vil fighting is really just working.
He
Now,
lose-
Allouition
he
not
lost
going to
one
micro
village.
this archer.
Yeah,
he
he
lost-
is going to lose. He lost one
Um,
villager.
Okay, yeah, he lost one.
But the guard tower is up, so he's going to have vision on that
All right,
section.
control is there. Yeah. And now a response guard tower with one
Guard
build.
tower back.
And an
And
archery
four
range
barracks
for blue.
well, so he's feeling confident enough about establishing some kind of foothold here.
And a
Interesting
stone
choice.
wall on the choke
Yeah.
here, too. I like this from Oz. This is good.
Yeah, he is going to have to, if he is going to be wanting to go to Castle Age soon, he is going to have to get a camp, mining camp up stone, because he is not getting any, neither of them are getting any stone right now. They're
Well,
focusing-
you can just do it with 2 feudal age buildings. You don't need a castle.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say, though, if they wanted to get a castle, they are going to have to consider the second, 2
That's
archery
true.
camps going up right away, so he's wanting
Yeah.
to establish a foothold here to get some pressure
actually,
down.
something really surprising, he hasn't shown these men-at-arms to the enemy at all. Like, he was just fighting up here, and he's fighting again against men-at-arms with villagers, and it's working, too.
Wow, yeah, I mean, these are little
but
villagers, and there aren't
Allouition
enough.
just hasn't seen the man-at-arms at all. He doesn't know that
Yeah.
that's the army that he's facing. Skirm's coming out for blue. This is really well played from blue.
Oz is doing a really good job of microing this, of just kind of establishing control in that middle area,
Yeah,
and not panicking either, because again, just having all those units right there and not having enough units to respond might cause somebody to panic, to back off. But he's been doing a really good job of just maintaining that control, micromanaging those units
and
really well.
the Lithuanians don't get any bonus to like villager damage or villager like damage reduction or anything. That's just how effective villager fighting is in the early game.
Yeah, and
You can just do it if you need to.
Yeah.
Against small groups of units.
Not a huge deal right now, but that orange Allouition's orange guard tower, his guard tower is hitting on that archery range, so not an immediate concern, but the damage will build up after a while.
I mean, it's going to be ringing the bell once in a while, so it definitely is annoying to hear. Blacksmith and
Another
not if this crocodile has anything to say about it.
Oh no!
No, he's
Couldn't do it. Yeah. As long.
in the market. Okay, I think this is Oz looking to go Castle Age.
Okay.
We'll see if he can get the food for it though. Farm's looking a little sparse for that move, so maybe not. I think they both might be feeling a little bit forced into fight here.
Yeah. Allouition, even though Allouition's got a really good unit diversity comp right there. A few archers to back up his units, get some poke in.
I select both of them, we can kind of see a comparison. Very similar numbers and health count for both of these.
So it should be
Actually,
it should be a good fight.
Same exact unit types too, just a
Yeah.
little bit more on the man-at-arms for Allouition. I think that's gonna be
Two extra
much
skirmishers
stronger.
for Oz.
The skirmishers are probably an overreaction at this point. Allouition only has
Maybe.
4 archers.
Again, there's enough of them that might benefit him in the long run, because they're going to have that poke, and what's more is he has that guard tower that is going to. It looks like he's going to start to go for.
Move out and just
the
walk
guard
past
tower.
it, which is smart. Now he's on the hill. Okay, this is unfortunate. Right click
No,
past the
that's-
enemy army.
All right, here we go. We're going to have here's the engagement.
Wait,
Oz is getting.
this has to be intentional. What's going on here?
Not sure. He's just cutting right past him. He's ignoring. Oh.
Oof.
I don't
Okay.
know what the-
Yeah, that micro is definitely not
That was not
what we
good.
want to see. The skirmishers can do well against men-at-arms, but
I don't
now
know.
the
I don't know.
Allouition spam is kind of starting.
No.
Yeah, so now here we go.
Yeah, so he's gonna. Allouition's gonna push up now.
Yeah, kind of
Got-
this sort of
I don't
in a reflection of you and Koala's game. Allouition won the fight and now knows
Yeah, now
it's
he's
time to
pushing.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good move. He should be. Yeah, he's got enough units. He's got enough.
I mean, he's going to get control of the middle. This stone wall
Yeah.
will be a problem. So Oz is not out yet or anything like
Yeah,
that.
no, he's not. But again, that really sets him back.
Use those vills too.
That
was that like a lag situation? I don't know.
I don't
That
know
was
what
weird.
happened there. That was, I mean, he had been doing so well up to that point. He was microing those units, those villagers in the middle, taking control of that. I just don't know what happened there. It could have been a mistake. It could have been. All right, so he's gonna start to engage on this on this wall now.
And I don't know what Oz is going to be doing now. He's moving out to more wood on the side, building more farms. This wall not going to last forever, and Allouition going for just a response while he's bottling it in right now. No relics for you.
That's an interest.
2 more barracks. I mean, I think the cavalry here, I guess you can't build knights until castle, so...
No, and that's... Yeah, so Allouition is going to push this. He's going to get his own wall up to make sure that he can maintain control of that middle section without getting any pushback.
And he's now clicking castle here, so... Okay, Oz buying his way to Castle Age. Nope. Never mind. It's going to be man-at-arms.
That's probably the best choice in this situation because he knows he's being pushed right now. He's going to have to get some units out to respond to this. That wall
if he can outmass. I mean, this since Allouition is going Castle Age, he's not going to have as many resources in the bank as he would otherwise.
Yeah.
This man-at-arms move might be a little late though. So if you can outmass this right now, it's good.
He's pushing right now. I'm not sure why Allouition isn't sending in the other units that he has. He's only sending in his. Are those all men-at-arms?
It's just the man-at-arms right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he.
Oz really just needs to delay this and just like run away as much as possible because right now he's going to lose the numbers fight and he doesn't have forging. Does have the defense upgrade, so those kind of cancel each other out. The enemy's forging and the scale mail armor, but. Okay, now the full army is here for orange.
Yeah, this is what he should. Yeah, this is good. He should be. Allouition is taking full advantage of this. He knows he has the advantage right now, so he's going to be pushing. He's going to be trying to get some just
those villager
hurt Oz as much as possible.
Yeah, and a 10 villager lead now after some kills, and just a little bit more villager production, I think, going on for orange.
And Allouition is just floating in resources right now.
Man-at-arms for Oz, I think, needs more in order to take this fight, especially up the hill. But it's going to be a close one. Allouition hasn't got any Castle Age upgrades, so I guess he decides he's going to need to fight this right now before the upgrades come in for orange. But it's going to be a loss.
I think, Allouition's going to take this very easily. He's got too many units. Good diversity on Allouition's part to have those skirmishers that range to get some help on those units.
Okay, Oz has saved up for Castle Age now. I think he's going to try and go for that. And also, the stone wall lumber camp. Okay. Doing a pretty good job pulling villagers back from the pressured areas.
Oz is going to have to, if he's going to want to get a castle for the Castle Age, he's going to need to get some stone at some point, which, again, he has a market which he can buy stone.
Okay, also dumping everything into man-at-arms again, which is, again, a good move. I think
he's going to have to start making...
It's unfortunate that he felt like he had to take the fight on this hill. I think if he saved that army and just combined it with whatever's coming out now, would have been much more favorable, but, I mean... Your enemy's an age up ahead, so... Okay, and then there's Castle Age for Oz now, too.
Yeah, and...
I think he just canceled all those units I was talking about to go Castle.
And how is Oz? I would like to see what Oz is doing. I'm sorry, Allouition is doing anything in the middle right now? Is he getting any more units up?
So, back at home, second town center coming down on the wood line for Allouition. No more unit production buildings, really. We do have... a monk, and we're going for all the relics, I think, at this point.
Yeah, good idea. He's got... There's no concern about any units being killed.
At the same time, Allouition has a few units coming out here. I mean, like, this is pretty significant, but he's mostly happy to just keep the pressure on with the army that's through right now.
Yeah.
And I think this age up is what's going to kill Oz at the minute. Like, if he can't recover from this, it's going to be rough.
I'd like Because Allouition has all this pressure right now. I'd like to see him push if he's and he's gonna start taking some houses down.
He's gonna move in with the units. Yes, some siege would be pretty good here, but
Yeah,
I think
I mean,
he's almost to critical mass where you can just kill any building that
Yeah,
has
I think
builds.
he's got enough. He's doing it right now. I can understand Oz over there trying to get as many archery ranges up as
Move into
possible.
that archery range, yeah.
He's gonna. Okay, so he's in castle now. Don't know what's gonna be time.
And researching longswordsman for both players. It's a little late for Allouition, but I guess he didn't really need it. And squires, so that infantry is going to move a little bit faster.
Allouition pushing in with more units right now. He is going to be pressing his advantage.
He's trying to go for the skirm anti-armor.
Yeah,
but I think Allouition says it's time to finish this and is just going to dive the TC.
He's committing to it.
Attack whatever he can to just end the game right now.
He's got the units for it. He's got the upgrades. I think he's gonna do it. He should have it.
Some very good play from Blue in the early game, and I just think maybe this fight. This fight with the skirmishers was weird, and the overcommitting to the skirmishers, unfortunately, is probably what ended it there. Allouition was able to get a good enough mass, and there was no response from Oz. And then that late Castle Age with no unit production behind it was really what put the nail in the coffin.
And it was obviously it was a risk he had to take because if you didn't try, then you don't know where you're gonna end up. So
that's true. You don't really know. Like Allouition didn't really go for any upgrades when he hit Castle. Oddly, I guess he just didn't think of it. But you don't really know what your enemy's upgrading when they're an age ahead. Yeah. Like you just gonna have to assume they have an advantage. I guess you can click on a unit and check sometimes, but it's hard to do in the heat of battle. So. There we go.
Definitely needed to. I mean, taking a chance. Sometimes you just gotta pull the trigger and see what happens.
Yeah.
But again, it was the
Oz Byzantine man-at-arms play.
Man, seeing that drop is so depressing. He did. I would like to know what happened in that. What happened in that engagement in the middle? What happened with those units?
Maybe somebody rang the doorbell or something. Who knows? I'm gonna check right now. So the Civ and stuff, the bands or whatever, looks like. What is this? What are we doing here? Skip the map band. Picks Amazon tunnel. I gotta scroll up in this chat. Where did they start with these? I want to see like what influenced these Civ picks because they're kind of interesting. Oh, I was really going with taking care of all this stuff. I wasn't really paying attention when they were doing this. All right, so Mountain Range, Mountain Ridge banned by Allouition. That seems like kind of an of course always thing for him. Understandable. Mega random selected for game 1. And Civs. Allouition bans Lithuanians, Goths, and Magyars to Oz's Chinese, Huns, and Japanese. That's the first game that we only saw 2 minutes of because the game was broken. And the second game, the one that we actually got to watch, Allouition banned Celts, Incas, and Franks. Oz banned Mayans, Aztecs, and Vikings. So I think they were just branching out. None of those banned civs really feel like go-tos for either of these players. Maybe the Celts, but okay. Just being a little more free with it.